Today, I will tell you about the top 20 highest rated games of all time. The scores in this video are taken from Metacritic. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. Our 20th game is Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 is an action survival horror game developed by Capcom and first released in 2005. It is considered a turning point in the series. The shift from classic fixed camera angles to third-person over-the-shoulder perspective started with this game. The main character, Leon S. Kennedy, is sent to a rural region of Spain to rescue the US president's daughter, Ashley Graham. However, instead of zombies, he encounters Los Ganados, aggressive villagers whose minds are controlled. The cause of these people's behavior is a parasite called Las Plagas. While trying to save Ashley, Leon also confronts the mysterious cult Los Illuminados, their leader Osmond Sadler, and some old acquaintances. Important characters such as Ada Wong, Luis Serra, and Jack Krauser also appear in the game. Moving on to our 19th game. Uncharted 2, Among Thieves is an action-adventure game developed by Naughty Dog and released in 2009 for the PlayStation 3. It is the second game in the series and became one of the best games of its time, receiving high praise for both its story and gameplay. Our main character is again Nathan Drake. This time, he follows the trail of Marco Polo's lost treasure. The story begins with Nathan teaming up with old acquaintances Harry Flynn and Chloe Fraser to investigate Marco Polo's mysterious 13th century expedition. But things go wrong, and Nathan is betrayed and ends up chasing a much bigger secret, Shambhala and the legendary Sintamani stone within it. The enemy is a crazed warlord named Zoran Lazarevic, who is after the same power and is determined to eliminate anyone in his way. Now on to our 18th game. GoldenEye 007 is a first-person shooter developed by Rare and released in 1997 for the Nintendo 64. It is based on the 1995 James Bond film of the same name. The game broke new ground in both its single-player story mode and multiplayer mode. The player assumes the role of James Bond. His mission, to stop a terrorist group that has seized control of the GoldenEye satellite weapon from the Soviet era. The main antagonist is Bond's former friend, the traitorous agent Alec Trevelyan, 006. Bond undertakes missions in various locations ranging from Russian bases to tropical jungles. Although the game largely follows the film's events, it features its own mission structure and additional action scenes. Next, our 17th game, BioShock. BioShock, released in 2007 by 2K Games and developed by Irrational Games, is a first-person shooter with a deep narrative focus. It is a milestone in modern gaming history thanks to its philosophical themes, atmosphere, and surprises. The year is 1960. Our protagonist, Jack, survives a plane crash and finds himself in the middle of the ocean at a mysterious lighthouse. This lighthouse leads him to an underwater city called Rapture. Rapture was designed by businessman Andrew Ryan as a utopia of absolute freedom and science without limits. However, things have gone wrong, and the city has fallen into civil war, collapse, and the devastating consequences of genetic experiments. While uncovering Rapture's dark secrets, Jack gains supernatural powers by using a genetic substance called Adam and encounters iconic enemies. Let's move on to our 16th game. Many of you already know this one. Half-Life 2, developed by Valve and released in 2004, is a revolutionary first-person shooter. It redefined the boundaries of the genre both technically and narratively. The player reprises the role of scientist Gordon Freeman. The story takes place several years after the Black Mesa disaster from the first game. Earth has been invaded by an alien race called the Combine. Humanity lives oppressed under their control in a dystopian city called City 17. Together with key resistance figures like Alex Vance, Dr. Eli Vance, Barney Calhoun, and Dr. Kleiner, Freeman begins fighting the Combine regime. Throughout the game, Freeman advances through mass transit lines, laboratories, swamp towns, and city ruins, battling for humanity's freedom. And, of course, the mysterious figure G-Man quietly watches events unfold behind the scenes. Now, the 15th game, NFL 2K1. Developed by Sega and Visual Concepts, and released in 2000 for the Sega Dreamcast, this American football simulation is the second in the NFL 2K series and considered one of the best sports games of its era. There isn't much to say about the game itself. It is a classic football game. Next, we reached the 14th game. Halo: Combat Evolved, developed by Bungie and released in 2001 by Microsoft Game Studios as the launch title for Xbox, is an iconic first-person shooter. It greatly contributed to the popularization of console FPS games and started one of the most influential video game series of all time. The player assumes the role of Master Chief, a genetically enhanced super soldier. Together with the AI companion Cortana, he lands with the spaceship Pillar of Autumn on an unknown ring world, the first Halo installation. This ring world is considered sacred by the alien alliance called the Covenant. Over time, it becomes clear that Halo is not just a structure but a destructive weapon capable of wiping out all life in the universe. Master Chief battles the Covenant, the Flood, and the enigmatic 343 Guilty Spark as he tries to save humanity. Let's continue with the 13th game. You all know this one. Super Mario Odyssey, developed by Nintendo and released in 2017 for the Nintendo Switch, is a 3D platformer widely praised as one of the most creative and fun entries in the series. Mario sets out on his adventure after Princess Peach is kidnapped once again by the evil Bowser. This time, Bowser intends to forcefully marry the princess. Mario travels through vast and diverse worlds to stop Bowser and rescue Peach. Mario's new companion is a magical hat named Cappy, which allows Mario to transform into various objects, animals, and even enemies. This ability adds unique dynamism to the gameplay. Now, the 12th game, which you will love, Grand Theft Auto 3. Developed by Rockstar Games and released in 2001, this open-world action-adventure game was a pioneer in the genre. It is the third main installment in the series and the first fully 3D game, marking a major milestone. The player controls a silent protagonist named Claude. The game takes place in Liberty City, a massive open world inspired by New York City. Claude is betrayed by his ex-girlfriend Catalina, captured during a bank robbery, and imprisoned. After escaping from prison, he collaborates with various crime organizations in the city's underworld, eliminates rivals, and tries to make a name for himself. Next, the 11th game, Metroid Prime. Developed by Retro Studios and released in 2002 for the Nintendo GameCube, this first-person action-adventure is regarded as a successful 3D transition for the Metroid series and received critical acclaim. The player assumes the role of Samus Aran, the series' heroine. Samus is sent to the planet Talon 4, which has been contaminated by a dangerous substance called Phazon. Her mission is to cleanse the planet and eliminate enemy organizations, particularly the space pirates and the fearsome Metroids. Talon IV's biosphere is complex and full of mysteries. Samus explores it using advanced armor and weapons, solving puzzles, acquiring new abilities, and uncovering the planet's secrets. We have reached the 10th game, and I'm sure you have all played this one, Grand Theft Auto 5, developed by Rockstar North and released in 2013. It is one of the largest and most successful open-world action-adventure games. It broke records within the series and remains popular with a broad player base. GTA 5 offers a vast open world set in Los Santos and its surroundings. The game features 3 different main characters whose lives we manage. They plan and execute major heists, but their complex relationships and personal goals form the core theme of the story. The narrative reflects various faces of the criminal world and the darker side of the American dream in a powerful way. Our 9th game is one of my favorites. There is even a review video about it on the channel. Red Dead Redemption 2, developed by Rockstar Games and released in 2018, is a masterpiece of the open-world action-adventure genre. It broke new ground in terms of both technical achievements and storytelling. The game is set in 1899, and the player controls Arthur Morgan, a member of the Van der Linde gang. The gang struggles to survive during the final days of the Wild West, facing challenges from lawmen, rival gangs, and a changing world order. Arthur is caught between loyalty to the gang and his personal values, while the player is free to explore a vast and detailed open world. The story deeply explores themes of friendship, betrayal, morality, and survival. Now the 8th game, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Developed by Neversoft and released in 2001, this is the 3rd game in the legendary Tony Hawk series and one of the most popular skateboarding games of its time. Featuring Tony Hawk and famous professional skateboarders, players can perform freestyle skating in different parks, scoring points by executing difficult tricks and combos. The game is known for its competitive modes and new trick system. In 7th place, we have a somewhat darker game, Perfect Dark, 2000. Developed by Rare and released in 2000 for the Nintendo 64, this cult first-person shooter is known for its sci-fi themes, deep story, and multiplayer modes. The player takes on the role of Agent Joanna Dark, who works for a secret organization called the Carrington Institute. Her mission is to uncover and stop conspiracies and threats posed by alien entities and malevolent corporations. The game includes many technological weapons, espionage missions, and encounters with aliens while trying to foil the dark plans of the Datadyne Corporation, Joanna's enemy. Number 6, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Developed by Nintendo and released in 2017 for Nintendo Switch and Wii U, this open-world action-adventure game is one of the most innovative and highly praised titles in the series. The player controls Link, who awakens from a long sleep and sets out to stop the Dark Force Calamity Ganon threatening the legendary kingdom of Hyrule. Hyrule is a vast and open world full of mountains, forests, lakes, and ruins. Players can move freely, complete quests, solve puzzles, and fight enemies. The game's greatest feature is the complete freedom it gives to players and its interactive environment. Our 5th game is Super Mario Galaxy 2, developed by Nintendo and released in 2010 for the Wii. It is a masterpiece 3D platformer and the sequel to the original Super Mario Galaxy, praised for its innovative design and creative level structures. Mario embarks on a journey through different galaxies in space to rescue Princess Peach. This time, he is joined by his new friend Yoshi. Players navigate various small planets, asteroids, and fantastic environments to overcome obstacles, solve puzzles, and battle the evil Bowser. Our 4th game will sound familiar to you, Super Mario Galaxy, developed by Nintendo and released in 2007 for the Wii. It is a revolutionary 3D platform game. As we just mentioned the sequel, this game shares many similar features. Finally, the top 3. Number 3 is Grand Theft Auto 4, developed by Rockstar North and released in 2008. It is a key installment in the open-world action-adventure series. It stands out for its dark and realistic portrayal of modern urban life. The player controls Nico Bellic, an immigrant from Eastern Europe trying to build a new life in America. As Nico faces problems from his past, he gets drawn into the criminal world. The story deals with themes of friendship, betrayal, revenge, and the dark side of the American dream. Coming in at number 2, nearing the end now, SoulCalibur. Developed by Namco and originally released in arcades in 1998 before coming to Dreamcast in 1999, it is a famous fighting game and one of the most beloved in the series. The game revolves around the epic struggle between the mystical swords Soul Edge and SoulCalibur. Different characters pursue these two powerful swords according to their personal goals and destinies. The story is built around themes of revenge, power, and fate. We have reached the end of our list. It is time to reveal the champion. Here is number 1, The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Developed by Nintendo and released in 1998 for the Nintendo 64, it is one of the most important and respected action-adventure games of all time. It is often called the greatest game of all time by both players and critics. The player controls the young hero Link, who embarks on an adventure to save the kingdom of Hyrule from dark forces. The game progresses through 2 different time periods, youth and adulthood. Link tries to protect the legendary Triforce from the evil sorcerer Ganondorf, encountering Princess Zelda, friends, and various enemies along the way. I believe this is where our video ends. If you watched until here, don't forget to follow. Goodbye.